Many in the platform party will be introduced as their duties arise this afternoon. Allow me to introduce the rest of the platform party at this time. Dr. Angela Spalding, Vice President for Research and Compliance and Dean of the Graduate School. Mr. Mike Knox, Vice President for Student Enrollment Engagement and Success. Dr. Todd Raspberry, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. Dr. Brad Johnson, Vice President for Strategic Relations. Our college deans, Dr. Lowell Almas, Associate Dean of the Paul Engler College of Agriculture and Natural Sciences. Dr. Neil Terry, the Paul and Virginia Engler College of Business. Dr. Eddie Henderson, College of Education and Social Sciences. Dr. Jessica Mallett, Sybil B. Harrington College of Fine Arts and Humanities. Dr. Dirk Nelson, College of Nursing and Health Sciences. And Dr. Emily Hunt, the School of Engineering, Computer Science, and Mathematics. Finally, let me acknowledge and thank the members of our faculty who are here this afternoon. It's their knowledge, skills, and passion for teaching that played such a key role in the education of all of our graduates, and I want to personally thank them for that. Today, 1,078 individuals will receive academic degrees. The oldest graduate is 69 years of age. And the youngest graduate is 20. Exactly half of today's graduates are the first in their family to earn a college degree. "80 of our students are graduating with a perfect 4.0 GPA. 35% of the students graduating today transferred to WT from another university, and 43 of the students graduating today are veterans. Although most of our graduates are from Texas, this graduating class includes students from 35 states: Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Maryland, Michigan, Missouri, Mississippi, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, and Washington. We have students graduating today from 19 separate countries: the Bahamas, Brazil, Canada, China, Ecuador, France, India, Indonesia, Kenya, Korea, Mexico, Portugal, Saudi Arabia, Thailand, Trinidad, the United States, Venezuela, Vietnam, and Zimbabwe. Commencement is an important ceremony for the candidates who will receive their academic degrees today, but it's also a very important event for the candidates' families and friends who have supported them throughout their efforts to achieve their academic goals. If you are a family member of one of the individuals who is graduating today, please stand at this time so that the candidates and the rest of us can honor you. Join me in welcoming Chandler Huddleston, Student Body President, graduating today, for his address to the other graduating students.
There we go. I would like to welcome everyone here today to celebrate the accomplishments of the graduates seated here in front of you. Today is a monumental day in which we recognize the blood, sweat, and tears that each grad seated in front of me has given to get to this point. Now, I'll admit, today's kind of interesting for me. Today marks the day that some of my best friends are graduating and seeking to begin the world of adulting. But today also marks the day of my graduation. You know, we constantly talk about the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's now here, and each of us gets to embark on the next phase of the road to life. I'm confident, though, that each and every one of us has graduated with a degree from West Texas A&M University that has prepared us for the future. To each and every person seated in front of me, I just want to say congratulations. All of the hard work that all of you have put in over these past few years has led to this moment. Now, to those seated in the audience, I also want to thank you for being a support system. The saying goes, no man is an island, and I'm confident that there's extreme value in being there for one another. I'm sure that not every step on the road to graduation has been easy, but today shows that it was all worth it. Grads, I'll leave you today with a piece of advice as you move forward to the next stage of your life. Success isn't measured in the amount of dollars that you make, but the amount of lives that you impact. I hope that today provides a time for reflection. Reflect on the path that you've chosen, and whether or not it leads to your ideal destination. Jane Goodall put it best when she said the following: you cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Once again, congratulations on all of your accomplishments. I wish you all the best of luck, and God always guide your path. God bless, and go Buffs.
Thank you, Chandler. Now, to bring greetings from the WT Alumni Association is Zenobia Harris-Bibbins. Zenobia is a trial lawyer who moved back home to Texas after graduating from Northwestern University School of Law. After law school, she served as the law clerk for the Honorable Carl E. Stewart, Chief Judge of the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit, and for Justice Dale Wainwright of the Texas Supreme Court. Zenobia is currently a partner at Berg and Enderby in Houston, Texas, where she is an accomplished trial and appellate lawyer and has been recognized as a Texas Super Lawyer Rising Star. She has won a case at the United States Supreme Court and numerous jury verdicts and trial court decisions. Most recently, Zenobia was lead counsel in a federal case where she represented a government contractor who was falsely accused of defrauding NASA and ultimately found not guilty on all charges by a jury. This case was featured in Forbes magazine. In 2003, Zenobia graduated from West Texas A&M University with a bachelor's degree in mass communications broadcasting. While at WT, Zenobia was on the speech team and won top speaker at the National Collegiate Tournament. She was also the general manager at 91.1, the campus radio station. Her senior year, Zenobia was named WT Woman of the Year and received the Presidential Order of the Silver Buffalo from President Russell Long. Zenobia currently serves as president of the WT Alumni Association Board of Directors. Zenobia Harris-Bibbins.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here this afternoon. I was reflecting and realized that it was almost 20 years ago that my father drove me from San Angelo, Texas, and dropped me off at Connor Hall. And when I say dropped off, I mean it. He just took my stuff out of the car and he left. He gave me $20 and he was gone. My father used to tell me the important things in life are God, family, education, education, education. And some of my fondest memories from growing up are linked to West Texas A&M. My father passed away 7 months ago. And standing beside me during this whole time has been the best friend that I met when I was at WT and the man that I fell in love with while I was at WT. So I wish I had hours to tell you about how much WT has impacted my life and tell you everything that happened to me here, but I only have a few minutes and I'm going to go a little bit over. I'm going to try to keep it short. There were two professors at WT who took me under their wing and have had a lasting impact on my life. Dr. Lee Browning, who was then the head of the broadcasting program, and Dr. Russell Lowry Hart, who was the speech coach and now is the president of Amarillo College. They made sure that when I was at WT and even after I left, that I was loved and taken care of. This community has made me who I am. If there's ever a doubt in your mind, I know where I came from and I know who helped me get where I am. Even when I was 17, my first day at WT, I was still trying to figure out this whole freedom thing and what my boundaries were. My WT family helped reinforce the values that my parents worked so very hard to instill in me. Faith, kindness, honesty, knowledge, and determination. And it's important for us all to realize that we live in a challenging time. We live in a time when our values, your values, are going to be tested every single day. And I'm not just talking about politics. It's the little things. How do you treat somebody when you pass them in the grocery store? Are you so busy getting from point A to point B that you don't take the time to say hello? It's common courtesies. Do you take the time to put down your cell phone, look someone in the eye, and have a conversation, not a text chat? Sometimes it appears that we've lost our values and lost our way. How about simple things like saying please and thank you and treating people with respect? And how about being honest? Class of 2018, you are entering the world, the job market, at a time when our country is going through an identity crisis. But you don't have to have that same identity crisis. You do not have to lose your way. Remember who you are and where you came from, where you come from. What are your values? Because please understand that values transcend money, race, gender, sexual orientation, and politics. At least they should. And how do I know that? It's not speculation. It's not just me up here waxing eloquently. All you have to do is go to Washington, D.C. on any given day and go into the rotunda where the Constitution of the United States is housed. They only display 2 pages of the document, except for one time a year when they bring out the whole thing. But people are crowded in this rotunda, arm to arm, shoving each other out of the way to see these 2 pages. Why? Because more than 200 years ago, a group of people were steadfast in their values. Freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom from oppression, that they were willing to stand by those values even if it cost them their lives. That is powerful. That is the country that you live in, that people fight for every day. It is the oldest and the most powerful and the youngest constitution in the world. Values are important because even in the darkest of times, and there will be many dark times for you as you press ahead in your life, your values will be one of the only beacons of light that show you the right thing to do. So why am I talking about history and values? Why is that important? Because I'm here to honor you, right? Because you're awesome, and you should feel awesome. You work very hard to be here. Your family and friends are all here. You're done with your classes, and you have your degree. But your degree is not enough. The piece of paper that you're going to get in a few moments is not enough. And it should never define you. Your values define who you are. What are your values? There's a reason you hear at WT over and over again that we are more than brick and mortar. Because when you're being challenged at work and at home and in your life and in your class, in your education, that education alone will not save you. It will be your values. And we're lucky that we have attended a school that is built on values. And even 20 years ago when I came to this campus, I understood that. I learned how to articulate what I'm passionate about. I value justice. I so badly want everybody in this country to have quality representation and equal access to the justice system. Have you learned how to articulate your values? What are your values? Now, you may not figure it out today. It may be sometime down the road. So this is what I can promise you. You are not alone. You are part of a strong family of alumni. You are part of this family from the moment that you stepped on this campus. I am part of that family with you. And we are very proud of you. We look forward to your future and watching as what you think are your greatest failures become your greatest success. Because that's what happens. And you know, you might not need us immediately because we know that you are strong. You are the descendant of resilient people. No matter who you are in this audience, I know that. Know your values. Know your legacy. Then, as they say, walk it like you talk it. and show the world who you are and where you came from. Congratulations, class of 2008. God bless you, and God bless this country.
Thank you, Zenobia, for those comments. We appreciate it. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 11th president of West Texas A&M University, Dr. Walter Lemon.
Dr. Schaefer, thank you very much. And thanks to all of you. Good afternoon. Graduates, families, and friends. Please allow me a few moments to share some insights with you and offer congratulations for your accomplishments. But before I do, I want to recognize the core of West Texas A&M University. It is the faculty who sit behind me this day. They are the ones that share insight and wisdom and challenge you all to become something you're not, to become better than you are. And for that, we owe them a great deal of gratitude, and we're thankful. Please show them your appreciation. Without trappings, the ultimate purpose of a university education is to enhance human potential. When you peel the skin off of the onion, that's what's left in the middle. While wrapping up a visit to Tascosa High School in Amarillo, Texas, I asked the audience of students and parents if anyone had any questions. The young man sitting towards the back of the room with our head football coach, brand new at the time, asked me this question: would West Texas A&M University help make me a better man? That's what he asked me. It scared me. It took my breath away to realize the responsibility that we carry here at West Texas A&M University to each of you. This modern-day Rocky, that's not his real name, said he wanted to be a good provider for his future family, a good husband, a good father. He wanted to know how the university might help him in attaining these goals. I've heard many questions from many students and teachers and administrators and families over the last 40 years. No question moved me the way this one did. I was literally taken aback. The power of his question and his educational aspirations is awe-inspiring. We are here to help people become better citizens, to become more moral. Not just economic engines of various sorts and sizes, important though that may be. West Texas A&M University owes you both, and you owe yourselves that. Human compassion usually leads to altruistic behavior. Serving, sacrificing of time and energy, and helping are all marks of compassionate people. It is not clear to me whether such behaviors are innate or learned. This, however, is patently clear. Compassion is an important part of getting along. Some scholars have suggested that instincts such as Rocky's to become a better man are skills that can be learned. Maybe, maybe not. I know these people behind me. I know others that these people represent. They take this responsibility seriously, each in their own way, to the benefit of all of you. That is their passion. That's why they get out of bed in the morning. And you all have responded. Even if universities are not able to teach the native abilities or tendencies to show compassion, we, all of us, can fortify those character traits. We can reinforce them if we are able to recognize them. And we must do that fearlessly. Cultivating compassionate behavior towards others helps create stronger communities and provides the cornerstone for increasing human potential. This now becomes your job as you carry the brand and the banner of West Texas A&M University. Human potential is powerfully realized when we utilize the fullness of our intellectual capacity. However, absent compassion and values, our intelligence is ultimately of little value. C.S. Lewis is claimed to have suggested that education without character may make a man a more clever devil. A parallel thought attributed to Theodore Roosevelt is this: a man who has never gone to school may steal from a freight car, but if he has a university education, he may steal the whole railroad. I pray, not me, not you, not us. Our ability to form moral relationships in business, public, and personal life is our extension of our ability to have compassion and understand the human condition in its many dimensions. Our relationship to those around us, in and of the world around us. Human skill sets developed during your stay here through interaction with others are valuable. The breadth of exposure helps create compassion, empathy, and human understanding for attentive students like all of you. All lie outside the bounds of pure reason or pure logic. Such appreciations develop and cause us to be able to function as a team member or play a positive role in relationships, whether they're one-on-one or one on a million. These appreciations, the exercise of free will, practical reason, value, well-being, human nature, faith, moral responsibility, and the matrix of these relationships on campuses, large and small, are central to all of us and central to the kind of life that we lead. So what did I tell Robert in these few milliseconds that occurred between his question and my response? I told him we would do our best, but I could not offer any guarantees. Human nature is a tough customer for anyone willing to ask. And when they ask, they must listen for the truth. I am telling all of you the very same thing. Listen for the truth in every aspect of your lives. Radically seek it. Congratulations to each of you, and Godspeed, and God bless West Texas A&M University. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Windler, for your inspiring comments. We have now come to that part of the program which our graduates have been working toward. In a few minutes, the graduates will be coming forward to receive their degrees. As the graduates complete their walk across stage today, the WT Alumni Association will present each graduate with an alumni lapel pin. Past WT graduates will be pinning the students, signifying their official induction as a WT alumnus. After I certify the degree candidates, the university president will officially confer the degrees. Dr. Yvette Castillo, Associate Professor of Education, will announce the name of each candidate for a degree as they come forward to receive their diplomas. At this time, could I please have all of the candidates for master's degrees to rise? President Windler, on behalf of the graduate faculty of West Texas A&M University, I certify that these candidates have met the requirements for their various graduate degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of West Texas A&M University, as just transmitted to me by Dr. Schaefer, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University system, I take pleasure in conferring upon each of you whose names appear on the official roster the appropriate master's degrees with all of the corresponding rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations.
Please be seated. I will now call upon the marshals to begin escorting the master's degree candidates to the stage. During this part of the ceremony, the dean of the college will place a hood on each master's degree candidate. This tradition dates back for centuries. The colors on the hoods represent the university colors as well as the discipline of the degree. Dr. Castillo, please introduce the master's degree recipients.